I am Chris Palmer with chrispalmermarketing.com, and in today's local SEO tips video to help you start getting more traffic from Google and other search engines, I have 3 separate questions from 3 separate business owners. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and help these 3 business owners and also you. So I don't want to waste any time. Let's get into these 3 questions. I think they're good and I think they can help a lot of people. So the very first question that I want to answer is from SWD 2023. Thanks for the question. And what they're asking here, I know it's a relatively longer question, but they have one Google business profile, so one Google Maps listing. But on their website, they service multiple locations. They do multiple different services in multiple locations. Now, what they're asking is, well, if on my website I offer multiple services in multiple locations, but I only have 1 GBP, which one is Google going to reward me with? Well, the answer is very clear. On that Google business profile listing, you had to verify the listing, right? Most business owners do. Google is going to reward you with that area, that proximity around the business. You know, I've seen businesses rank in their general proximity from wherever the business is in a 5 to 20 mile radius around their business, depending on niche and category. So if I have a bunch of locations and I offer a bunch of services on my website, yes, there's a small impact that the website has on maps. However, for ranking in maps, Google's going to give you that location, that proximity around the business. As far as services, though, and which keywords do I show up in that 20-mile radius around my business, that is going to be partially impacted based on what's on the website. You need to be very clear with the services that you provide in your main navigation, your foot navigation, and the pages that you have on your website, because that can impact the rankings on your maps listing. All right. But that maps listing and that rankings, Google's going to give you a 5 to 20 mile radius around the business. And then they're going to go to the homepage as far as services and which keywords and keyword variations they should start rewarding you with. It's based on those types of services that you have in your main navigation footer and on your pages. All right. So I hope that that helps you. And that's why I always mention to business owners, if you have the ability to get more than one Google business profile out there or more than one maps listing, it's always in your best interest. And also as a takeaway, you do not, just because you have one maps listing in city A, does not mean that I can't organically as far as ranking on your website and ranking in Google, like organic listings underneath the map pack. That doesn't mean I can't target other services in other locations because I have one maps listing. No, you can have as many location pages as you want, but as far as maps, you're probably only going to get 5 to 20 miles around that business location. All right, so hopefully that helps you out. Moving into the very next question, this comes from Razzie. Thank you so much, Razzie, for this question. And what they're talking about is more about backlinks, link building, backlink building for their local business. This is pertaining to a video that I created regarding link building, like building guest posts or building press releases. And the question here is, these are naked links. Will they work for increasing overall authority? All right. So a naked backlink, let me explain this. All right. We know that anchor text or the words that are associated with a link definitely are going to give more value. But a naked link, which is just like this, I'll write it out so everybody could see it clearly. Okay. So HTTPS, yourwebsite.com. This here is, now let's do a service. How about, I don't know, personal injury, okay, lawyer. This is just an example. All right. So let's say that you're a personal injury lawyer. You have your website. All right, so your website is website.com. All right, Razzie and whomever else this could potentially help. Now, can a backlink pointing to this page, all right, that is using an anchor text or lack thereof of just being naked, will that increase the overall authority? Like, will I still get benefit by using a naked link to my website instead of using anchor text? Like this page here is called personal injury lawyer. So an exact match anchor text would be personal injury lawyer. So what I have found over time is naked is not only considered safer, but you also get credit for the words that are inside of that URL. Why? Because that is now your anchor text. Instead of you just adding in a word, you've put in your URL, and you have to remember your URL contains your brand name, which is website.com. Usually it's a brand, plus primary keyword. So not only is a naked safer, but I'm also getting credit for everything, right? Most business owners or most SEO firms are going out there and building brand and exact. I'm not saying that that's bad, that's good. But we also like to get a variation of some of these naked links. They're called naked links. It's just the URL, because I know, and my team knows, and now you know, that this is just like I'm getting credit for brand and primary keyword. All right, very, very effective. On top of that, will they increase authority? Every single link, okay, regardless if it's, whatever metric you're using, DR, trust flow, DA, whatever metric you're looking at, every single link that you get passes some type of authority. Now, of course, like if I get a Forbes link or a link from Google or a link from Amazon, of course, that's going to pass more authority. But a link is a link. Every link passes authority. And if you utilize naked anchor text, of course it's going to pass authority. Absolutely. Not only is it passing authority, but it's passing brand authority along with primary keyword or variation or whatever's in the URL. All right. So I hope that clears that up. Definitely going to pass some authority. All links do. Now let's go to the very last question here. And this last question here is pertaining to on-page optimization tweaks. All right. What they're asking here, and this comes from JSNO78. Thank you for your question. So do I put near me in my H2? All right. Now what they're asking, or what they're referring to, is when you're doing a search, say you're looking in SEMrush or maybe Ahrefs or however you do your keyword research for whatever service you're doing, pest control, chiropractor, dentist, whatever service you do, right? When you take a look at your primaries, other than the primary, the near me term is always really, really high as far as search volume, right? So what I highly recommend doing is optimizing or properly optimizing the page around not only the primary keyword, but also including the near me phrase. Because if it's not on the page can't rank for it or has no potential to rank for it, right? So what I like to do is on one of my H2s or on my lead H2, I like to add near me. Now, why is that? Well, let me go ahead and show you something here quick. If you head on out here, all right, and I do a search. I did a search here for personal injury lawyer near me. If you scroll down and you look for related terms, they're always related, right? See near me? It's always a very hyper-specific, hyper-related term. On top of that, regardless of what the keyword is, if I logged into SEMrush right now and put personal injury lawyer, other than personal injury lawyer, I bet you the near me phrase has tons of volume. So again, going back to that question, we want to make sure that we have near me on the page, more notably at least one time in one of the headers. It doesn't have to be an H2. But on top of that, in the body text, it will be in your best interest to go through and add it maybe 1 or 2 more times in the copy, so you have a very high likelihood of showing up for the near me phrases. All right. So thank you so much for these 3 questions. I hope that these 3 local SEO tips, pertaining to the GBP, pertaining to the link building, and also on-page optimization, this was a good variance of local SEO tips. I hope this helps you out. If you have any other questions, anything related to local SEO, anything local, business, affiliate, link building, anything, never hesitate to go ahead and ask in the section below. And I always look forward to seeing you in the next local SEO tips, how to get more traffic from Google video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.